Hey everyone, it's Jeremy and I got Jimmy Lee here from the Elliott Group, and we're going to ask him some questions for you contractors attending the event on February 20th, 5 to 7 p.m. Jimmy, thank you so much for doing this interview.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jeremy.
So tell a little bit about yourself, just up front, where you're from, something interesting about you.
Yeah, guys. I'm actually from West Michigan and Grand Rapids, Michigan, born and raised there. And then we actually lived in the past 5 years over in the Bay Area. My wife and I owned a solar company when we first met the Elliott Group. We started getting coaching and training, and Andy's completely transformed everything about just our life. I've grown closer to God. My wife and I are on fire. Been able to have a major just transformation physically. Lost about 65 pounds, and just now we're on a mission to be able to help other people find that next level, to be able to get that fire back in their life, to be able to get things reignited again.
That's awesome, man. Well, let's jump right into these 3 questions. These are really good questions, guys. And so I'll have Jimmy open his phone here. So Jimmy, the first question is this. A lot of contractors are so busy building everyone else's life that they neglect their own health and mindset. You personally went through a major physical and mental transformation. What flipped the switch for you?
Yeah, the biggest thing is actually your personal identity. It's who you say you are. If you're actually disciplined, you show up and you actually follow through on the things that you make commitments for, like a New Year's resolution. How many people make commitments but never follow through? Absolutely. And eventually, when you start eroding that trust inside of you, how can other people trust you if you can't trust yourself? So eventually, if you're not doing the work, you're not building that identity inside of you, then it's hard to be able to out-earn your self-worth, your belief. It's hard to be able to show other people, because every single day we are a walking billboard. The way that we treat our wives, the way that we are actually examples for our kids, the way that we're actually in shape, right? Because if you're walking into a room, there are 2 people that have the same equipment, the same training, the same background, and doing a certain trade, but somebody's actually disciplined and actually takes care of their body. Who are you gonna trust, right? If somebody's disciplined and showing up and taking care of themselves, I'm more likely want to spend money with that, right? So it's about having that moral authority in yourself by doing what you say and just showing people and being a great example.
That's great. A great answer. Thank you so much. Question number 2. You coach business owners from a lot of different industries through the Elliott Group. When you work with specialty trade contractors specifically, what patterns do you see holding them back the most, and what separates the ones who break through?
Yeah, this is an easy question. We see a lot of people that start their own businesses. They're excited. They've got these big goals, big dreams. They were working for somebody else, and then what they end up having is having a job. They end up being handcuffed because they've never learned how to be able to duplicate themselves, because they're the ones that could do the best job. They're the ones that knows everything about that position, and they never have the gumption of going out there and duplicating themselves. If they actually would learn how to be able to scale, find somebody that could do about 80% of what they can do, and all of a sudden now they freed up some time, and now that person could be the visionary of the company, can help be able to bring on more people part of the team and help to grow. Otherwise, you're actually just starting a new job for yourself, and then you're also taking all the risk. So I'd rather be able to work for somebody else, have the owner take all the risk, and just go in there and be a great number 2. But if you're not willing to be able to grow and scale, so all you have right now is golden handcuffs, and you're actually stuck to your job.
Yeah, great answer. That's my story. Most of my career, 30 years as a contractor, since I was 11 years old, believe it or not, was spent running the business, thinking I owned the business, but I was actually owned by the business, doing all the labor, all the position, thinking I was such a cool person because I can do everything. Stupid thinking, guys. And what he said right there for you contractors, that's gold. And you're going to learn more about that at the event on February 20th. We'll talk about that at the end, but we got 3rd question here. The 3rd question for you, Jimmy, is for the contractors who are coming to this event on February 20th, what's one shift in thinking or execution that if they truly apply it could change their business over the next 12 months?
Yeah, the biggest thing is having proximity to other people that are doing more than you, right? Like if you're the smartest person in the room, you'll never be able to grow, you know. But if you're around other people that have more energy, that are like, you know, doing bigger business, that have bigger teams, that are like more disciplined, you will actually be able to grow and learn, right? Because you are the average of the top 5 people around you. When I was living in a small town in West Michigan, you know, people were comfortable. Like nobody was stretching. No one was pushing to become a better version. And then you slowly get sucked into that. You know, in this room, you'll meet other people that are right next to you. You'll realize like, wow, this person's just like me.
Yeah.
But they're only a few steps ahead, right? And so like when you're around that proximity, it'll help you to be able to think bigger, to take bolder actions, to go out there and actually bet on yourself. And so proximity, having a right community that Jeremy's putting together is everything. So I'm excited to meet those that are wanting to have more in their life. You know, they're kind of stirred up inside, but don't really have that direction. You'll find that by having the right brotherhood, the right community. And so grateful that Jeremy has actually taken the time to be able to put energy, money, and just, you know, investing into the people around him, you know, even competitors, right? Because he knows that if he can raise the lid for everybody wins. Our clients win, our families win. We're serving more families that are working, you know, with your company. So that's the whole goal, is, you know, having greater impact.
That's great. And thank you so much, Jimmy. Those are great answers. I could tell that you've been with the Elliott Group and learned a ton of stuff and developed personally over the years. I just want to say this, guys. What we're doing was we're building the best, the biggest contractors network group in Mesa and outward in the greater Phoenix area. We're starting right now. We're starting right here. Okay, guys, so when you come to this event on February 20th, you're going to get more value than what you're paying for. In fact, the event's free for the first hour. You want to spend time with me and Jimmy, teach you some of the things that we do, some of the mindsets, some of the things and events that you can go to develop yourself and your business. Come to this event on February 20th. It's going to be at the Bean Chain Coffee Shop. There's limited seating, okay, very limited, and it's free. It could change your life, and it will. So please come, guys. Closing thoughts for you, Jimmy?
Hey, excited to actually meet all of you, and then it just took one decision to be able to go from where you're at right now to be able to have this great life, right? It took one decision for me to leave everything I knew, to take a chance to go to California, to go into a brand new industry, learn that, and then I met some amazing people. So it just takes one decision to show up, be present, be hungry to learn. I promise you'll make some great connections. You probably possibly, you know, meet some new referrals, possibly some good partners. But you won't lose anything by attending. So
absolutely. So guys, February 20th, the Bean Chain Alma School in Southern. This is going to be a great event. The link is right here. Whether you're watching Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, click on that link. Eventbrite is our platform for buying that ticket. Get that ticket. Spend some time with us. We're going to share some information. I promise you're going to catch something that's going to shift your game, that's going to take you to the next level. So I hope to see you guys there. Make sure to like this video on YouTube. Follow us. We're going big. We are going to help a lot of contractors break through this year. Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome.